I do have one big unboxing. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you saw that I went to the Playmates Toys panel because I wanted to see what they were going to announce about Power Rangers. I was like, I wonder if they'll show off the Dragon Zord because they haven't shown off that, or I wonder if they show off the Tiger Zord because, like, I love the Tiger Zord. They didn't do any of that. Basically, they showed off everything we already knew about. They showed this CG trailer, which I thought looked different and unique. Apparently, a lot of people were like, it's AI. I don't know for sure if it's AI, but it did have a Megazord battle that you've never seen before in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Definitely just the craziest Megazord battle that I've ever seen in like a Power Rangers related thing. Megazord was doing flips and everything. I was like, they don't do that in the show. But so they showed off all this stuff. They basically announced that the toys will be everywhere, more retailers, not just Walmart, like Target and everywhere else, in October. They announced it'll be there in October. They announced that a lot of stuff is slowly rolling out. A lot of stuff is only up on Walmart.com right now. And one thing that I guess isn't out right now, I've seen some people review it, but I guess isn't out right now, is the Ultimate Megazord, which is not the Megazord that you buy in separate pieces, but the Megazord that comes all in one with lights and sounds and everything. But they had one at the panel. Jimmy, who you may know from the Finding Tokusatsu in Real Life video, came with me to Comic-Con. We roomed together and everything. And he was at the panel, and he was the first one to get up there and ask a Power Rangers question. He asked, hey, where's the love for the other seasons? I love, In Space. He was wearing an In Space jacket and everything. Do you think you guys will do any other seasons? And they proceeded to say that we can't say anything here, but we do have the license for everything Power Rangers has currently done. Start to stern, everything that Power Rangers has currently done. And so if you're looking for more seasons, I would keep an ear out for an announcement in the next year and a half. Which, to be honest, will probably just be them announcing something for Zeo, but them starting to go down the line sounds pretty good. Honestly, I would accept Cosmic Fury as the next one for sure, because we've never even gotten a full line of Cosmic Fury toys. But the next one will probably be Zeo. This is not their words, this is mine. The next one will probably be Zeo. What they said is if you're waiting for more seasons, keep an eye out for an announcement in the next year and a half. That's what we got. But because Jimmy asked the first Power Rangers question, they gave him the Power Rangers Megazord. The Power Rangers Ultimate Megazord, which he then turned around and gave to Baby Rex. He said, take this home, unbox it on stream, and give it to Baby Rex. So, we are going to unbox this unreleased, or as of yet unreleased, Power Rangers Ultimate Megazord that comes with all the lights and sounds and everything. And first, it does not discombine. No, it's all stuck in one, comes with a bunch of lights and sounds. But the first thing I want to say is this packaging ain't that bad. This packaging is pretty good. Look at the back. Those of you that are online habitually have probably seen this already. But I think the packaging is pretty sweet. This stock photo of the Power Rangers, I've seen for about 20 years at this point. I've seen this for about 20 years at this point. Probably this one too. They just keep rearranging them in different fashions. And then the helmets are almost one for one what they used for like the 2010 Power Rangers relaunch. I'm going to call it Power Rangers Kai from now on. So we're going to open up this Playmates Megazord. I had scissors. There they are. I was like, I had scissors. Baby Rex was around here. Don't know where they went. The packaging is pretty cool. Like if I saw this at Walmart, I would definitely give it some thought and be like, oh, that's cool. I might use this for my kid. The one thing I thought was weird is this whole time we've been talking about how the 6-inch figures are like for kids. But in the panel, they talked about how those were their collectible figures, which I thought was super weird. The basic figures, they were like, oh, these are for collectors, which means the fat, weird head flipper figures are what they consider their basic line. And the other figures that are like not really painted all that much, but they still look pretty good. They're just not all painted that much. It means those are their like Lightning Collection equivalent, which a lot of people are going to be mad at. I'm just thinking they kept saying it during the panel, and I thought it was really weird. Because they'd said before that it wasn't a Lightning Collection equivalent. All right, let's get this fool out. So much stuff to cut. Back in my day, toys didn't have this many strings attached to it. You just take toys straight out the box. And there's like second strings on there too. Not just the strings coming out of the back, there's more. There we go. There we go. Let me get the sword out, because the sword is something I wanted to talk about. The sword actually looks really good. I'm on that, I need that driver because I'm on a quest to get every new Reiwa. That was almost a stream. That was almost the Bai sponsor stream to get all the Reiwa drivers. All right. Dude, his knees are messed up right now. I'll fix them in a second. Let me put him together better, and then I'll show him off. Bop, bop. Which way to the do the shoulders go? Because I've seen a lot of people complaining about the shoulders. I'll tell you right now, these shoulders, not adjustable. So if this is the wrong way, then they just got it wrong. The sword goes in the right hand. Gotta do that before you guys get mad at me. Boom! There he is! There he is. I'm pretty sure he's in try-me mode, and he's gonna take a screwdriver to get out of try-me mode. Because it doesn't look like there's any, like... there's no, like, switch or anything on here. But there's your ultimate Megazord. It looks very decent. Like, this sword, the colors on it looks better than most of the Megazords I've seen. And it's pretty big, too. Let's do the Switch comparison. Here's a Nintendo Switch 1 next to the ultimate Megazord. I put him, like, it's up to, like, his shoulders. It's huge. This thing's huge. It has... Can you guys hear that? Let's take him down. Megazord activated. It's got lights and sounds. Let's show
them some Megazord power.
The voicing of it isn't any of the Power Rangers. It isn't any of the Power Rangers, you know. But it does play the song. Megazord sequence has been initiated. It is aimed at kids, yeah. I think my biggest, the heads turn on the bottom. The little heads turn, which is wild. This one doesn't because the legs are attached to it. But this one does, which is kind of wild. The knees don't move. The legs can spin 360. And then they come out a little bit, as you can see there. They go like that. Elbows pretty much go fully forward and back. Arms, the hands can spin 360. And what's interesting to me is that the torso can spin almost not quite 360, but that's like a good amount. And it's only not 360 because the way that the tail is disconnected back here. I think that's kind of cool. I was gonna get the Blade Blaster, but I don't like the part where it has voice lines and no shoot and slash sounds. Dude, I love the Blade Blaster. I'm like, for 20 bucks, yeah, I'm definitely getting that for my daughter. This is really cool. I'm incredibly impressed with. This is the only Reignition figure I have so far. I'm incredibly impressed with it. Truly, it's not like a ton of posability, articulation, or anything, but I have a Dino Charged Zord that I got from a friend that my daughter plays with, and that thing, just like everything clicks off of it every time she plays with it. So the fact that there's like a built Zord all in one, that's all one piece that you can, besides the sword, but there's nothing like coming off or like, you guys know, you've built Zords before. There's nothing like trying to reform back into the single Zords. I think it's really cool. Doom, 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 doom. The kick goes pretty high. Never seen a Megazord kick that high before. This is Sparta! Boom! Looks like the Play School Megazord. I don't think I've seen the Play School Megazord. Is that the big one with where the chest is open?
Changing to battle mode now.
Yeah, the voice lines aren't anybody from
We're gonna need more power.
no actual Rangers. Just not voiced by any Ranger. Oh, speaking of Rangers, I did get a photo with Amy Jo Johnson at Comic-Con. I didn't get to buy her book because it's like $150, but I did get a picture with Amy Jo Johnson. I thought that was pretty cool. I posted that on Instagram as well. And yeah, that was just the big unboxing I wanted to do for this big Megazord. Who did those voices? No clue, but it's not them. Went to a random toy store on Saturday and they don't have Power Ranger figures anymore. Dude, where was I at? The lack of like just Power Rangers in general at Comic-Con, besides Boom Studios. Boom Studios had them a lot at their booth, but the lack of just Power Rangers in general from Hasbro at the Hasbro booth was kind of depressing. There was the 3-0 Zeo figures, which was cool, but the rest of it was kind of depressing. Is the Reignition toy line any good? Honestly, if you're a kid, yeah. Like if you're a child, absolutely no problem with the Reignition toy line. The Morpher my daughter wants, the Blade Blaster I'm gonna get her too. I think it's sick. I had a really big Megazord as a youngin'. It was so cool. Megazords are always dope. But like I said, I love when Megazords are all one piece, or if they have an option to be all one piece and things aren't like falling off the whole time. I'm going to slander the Tegasord again because you guys love that so much. It is so impossible to play with that toy in Megazord mode or Morpher mode. It's just straight up impossible to do anything but let it sit there and collect dust. So like this for me is really cool to have something you can actually go and play with, because at the end of the day, it is a toy. It is a toy.